be doing something a little bit different today. Of course, we're unable to travel due to the pandemic and we're at home, but we decided that we were going to gather some of our favorite souvenirs.
What we like to collect on our trips are ornaments.
And so what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be decorating a tree with all of our ornaments from our past travels, and we're going to explain kind of like what we did during our time, like with each ornament. So like if we visited a specific country, we'll kind of insert a snippet of our time in that country.
We also want to know what you collect on your trips. We watch a lot of vlogs from other people that like to travel and blog about it, and we see a lot of collections going on. So if you could comment below and just tell us, what do you like to collect on your trips?
If you like our videos, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit subscribe so that way you can follow us, what we're doing at home, but also once we're out of quarantine, what we are doing while we're traveling. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we're kind of going to call this segment the travel tree. So hashtag travel tree. So let's get started. So one of the places that we like to go visit, we haven't yet done a video series on our channel yet about it, but we love going to Disney World. I actually worked there as a cast member during the Disney College program that I was a part of. I was a fairy godmother in training at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And it was just such a lovely experience, and we just love to go there because everything is always so magical. So this is an ornament I got when I visited my friends from the Disney College program. We went to Disneyland Paris, and so this is a cute ornament I got from my time there, and it has Mickey and Pluto on it, and then when you turn it around, it says Disneyland Paris on it. So I'm going to insert a picture of when I visited, because I didn't film during my time there, but I just wanted to show this because it's such a pretty ornament. So back in March of 2019, it was actually the first video series on our channel. I went on a father-daughter trip, and we went to Washington, D.C. And the week that we went was the week before the National Cherry Blossom Festival. So we had to get some souvenirs from that, and one of them of course had to be an ornament. So this is the back of the ornament, and this is the front. It has a beautiful cherry blossom on there, and during the week that we were there we actually saw some cherry blossoms in bloom, so that was really nice. So this ornament right here is from the father-daughter trip to Washington, D.C. in March of 2019. We really wanted to go to Mount Vernon. And for those who don't know what Mount Vernon is, that is the home of our first president, George Washington. We really wanted to go there because they filmed part of the National Treasure's second movie there, and they had a tour for where they filmed like the filming locations and what they did on set, and it was really cool. But also my father and I are huge history buffs, and we really wanted to see inside George Washington's home. So it was a very cool experience.
This ornament came from St. Maarten, and we went to St. Maarten as one of our ports on the Carnival Magic. And the exciting thing about that day, it was also the date of William and I's 25th anniversary. On this day, we took an excursion where we toured the island, and then we went to one of the most beautiful beaches you have ever seen.
This ornament came from St. Kitts. When we traveled on the Carnival Magic in the summer of 2019, one of the ports was St. Kitts. But we decided that we were actually going to visit its neighbor island, which is Nevis. And Nevis is one of the most beautiful places that we've ever been. I want to go back so bad, and I highly recommend, if you are going into the St. Kitts port and you want to try something new, go to Nevis because they are the friendliest people and they have a beautiful island. Also, side note, we had the best tour guide ever there. His name was Cookie. We love him, and if we ever go back, we want Cookie to be with us again. He was amazing.
This adorable ornament came from Puerto Rico, and we visited Puerto Rico when we were on the Carnival Magic on our Eastern Caribbean cruise. And while we were in Puerto Rico, we did an excursion when we went to the rainforest, and we also visited the beautiful fort. This cute ornament says no snow, no ice, no problem, which came from Margaritaville in Grand Turk. And we went to Grand Turk on the Carnival of Magic in June of 2019, and we had a fantastic day where we rented a cabana at Margaritaville. And the great thing is that Hannah and I hope to return in October to the same location and also enjoy the cabanas again. Mimi and I took a trip on the Norwegian Escape cruise ship in the fall of 2019, and it was a New England, Canada cruise, and we visited Portland Headlight, which was in Portland, Maine, of course. And the interesting thing about Portland Headlight was that Mimi's cousin was the lighthouse keeper in the 1960s there. When Mimi and I were on the Norwegian Escape, we also went to Canada, and I picked up this very cute buffalo check ornament because if you know me, I love buffalo check, and I also loved Canada. When we were in Canada, we went to Halifax, and we also went to St. John, New Brunswick. In St. John, New Brunswick, I just walked around town. Mimi kind of stayed on the ship that day. And then when we got to Halifax, we got on the hop-on and hop-off bus. We toured the Maritime Museum, and we had some delicious lobster rolls.
So a fun fact about me, this is Hannah speaking, is that my favorite Broadway musical of all time is Cats. Now, when I first started my job at the company I'm working for right now, they had me travel to New Jersey, and I did training there, and I was able to go up to New York for the first time ever. And during my first trip to New York City, I went to go see Cats, and that was my very first Broadway play. So on the front are the cat eyes with the dancers in it. On the back it says Cats, and it was the most magical thing ever. If you've seen the movie, please don't judge the play based off of that. The play is way better than the movie, so I highly recommend you go see it if it ever comes to your town.
In November 2019, we visited Vegas, Las Vegas, and we had such a wonderful time. Of course, we saw many shows, and we gambled a little bit, and we did a lot of walking around and touring this beautiful city. It was such a clean and neat city. We loved it, and we cannot wait to return.
On our Vegas trip that we went on in November of 2019, one of the things that I was looking forward most to was going to see the Cirque de Soleil O show, which is on this ornament right here. I've always wanted to go see Cirque de Soleil O in Las Vegas, and I've always wanted to go there ever since I was in high school, and it was amazing. But while we were in Las Vegas, we decided to go to the Michael Jackson 1 show, and if you ever are in Vegas, we highly recommend that show. And then on a spur of a moment, like on a whim, I went to go see the Ka show as well. So during my time in Vegas, I went to go see 3 shows, and I got ornaments for all 3, and they were amazing.
Beautiful hand-painted ornament came from Progresso Mexico. William and I were on the Carnival of Valor in February and March of 2020 this year, and we visited Cozumel and Progresso. While we were in Progresso, we did an excursion where we went to tour the town of Merida, and we also went on a rum tasting adventure, which was wonderful. Before we ventured onto the Carnival of Valor this year, we spent a few days in New Orleans, and this was the first time William and I had been to New Orleans, and we loved it. And of course, we loved the French Quarter where we stayed, and it was just a wonderful few days of eating a lot of great food and seeing some beautiful places. In 2015, Hannah, William, and I, along with my parents, went on a trip on the Ruby Princess to Alaska. The exciting thing is that William and I will be returning to Alaska on the Norwegian Encore next June of 2021, and we'll be on the Lalita Loca group cruise.
In December of 2019, my boyfriend and I went to the Biltmore House, and that's located in Asheville, North Carolina. And the Biltmore home is the largest privately owned residence in the United States, and it is gorgeous. During our time there, we explored the house, we explored the grounds, and the most exciting thing for me was we went horseback riding, and it was truly an amazing experience. We highly recommend to go horseback riding at the Biltmore Estate.
When Hannah and her boyfriend visited the Biltmore Estate, they bought this ornament because they visited the Downton Abbey exhibit. And those of you that are familiar with the Downton Abbey exhibit, you'll see this a lot in the show where the bells are rung when they need help from the housekeepers and the servants in the house. So this is a very cute ornament that kind of represents the show Downton Abbey.
Alright you guys, so we hope that you've enjoyed our reminiscing of our travels over the past couple of years through our travel tree. We challenge you guys to show your collection, show your souvenirs, whether it be ornaments, pins, snow globes, whatever it is. Let's bring back some of those great memories that we had during traveling, and we can do that through our collection of souvenirs, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
It was a great time just kind of bringing out these ornaments and reminiscing what we have done over the past couple of years. So we hope you guys enjoyed it, and we challenge you to do the exact same thing. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to journey on. Bye.
Bye.